Everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Andromeda level from the Hades CTF game over at HackMyVM.eu. So what is going on with this level? Each one of these levels requires us to take a look at the mission.txt file over here, and it says the user Anthea reminds us who we are. Okay, so we've got a UID file in here. Let's take a look at UID. And UID is an SUID binary like a lot of these other levels. And this means that the binary runs with elevated permissions. So while the binary is running, it's owned by root, but it's probably giving us the permissions of the Anthea user. So if we just run the binary normally, it runs this command. So UID, this over here. So group ID Andromeda, and so it's running with the permissions of the Anthea user. That's what it looks like here. But the thing is that if this is running the ID command, the ID command by itself can't really get us elevated privileges unless something else is going on. So what is going on with the binary? So this is Hades level 5, the Andromeda level. We're doing path hijacking. So in this level, the UID binary output looks identical to the ID command. So we suspect that this binary is using the ID command. So if this binary is compiled to reference the ID command without an explicit file path, for example, user bin ID versus just ID, then it would be vulnerable to path hijacking. So we can actually examine the binary by taking a look at the strings. So we can take a look at the strings for the UID binary. Xmetric says, create an ID script in the same path, see if it runs your id.sh. The problem here is that we can't write to this directory. So we're gonna have to come up with another solution. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I'm taking a look at the strings. So if we strings UID, permission denied. We can't strings it. You know what? I think we can. What we need to do. Okay. So we can't use strings on the local system here. What we can do is we don't actually. Oh, we can't read this file either. So we couldn't cap the file. Yeah, permission denied. All the hacky things. Okay, so what else could we do with the binary here? We could try some ltrace. Any of these programs are not going to work. There's no ltrace, there's no strace on. Yeah, we don't have write permissions. We don't have read or write permissions on this thing. So all we can do is we can try to do some deduction. Got to make sure there's something in there. That's true. Basically what we're doing, I think what we're doing is guessing, but let me take a look at the PDF I prepared here. Okay, so we have our malicious ID command. We can have it run a bash shell, and because we've added the directory with our ID command to the beginning of our path, the UID command pathing is hijacked. So I don't quite remember how we came to the conclusion that this was running ID without an absolute path, but I guess it could have been testing. Anyways, okay, so we got the temp directory. What do we got? Okay. So I wonder if my temporary directory is still here. Huh. That's funny. It's funny that I did this like a couple of months ago, and they're not really deleting the stuff in the temp directory. Anyways, what do we have here? So we've got the ID, we've got a symbolic link for the user bin bash command, and it's a file inside the temp directory here called ID. So what we need to do is we need to add this directory here, temp Andromeda, to the file path, so that we can, when we run the UID command, it'll look inside of temp Andromeda for the ID command before it looks for the actual file path for the ID command, if it's running the ID command. Anyways, so we do export path equals /tmp Andromeda, and then add on the path. Okay, so we just added the temp Andromeda directory to our path. So when we echo the path, we see that temp Andromeda is first in the path, which means it'll look in this directory first, which means that we can do path hijacking on the UID binary. So let's go ahead and run UID. And now we're the Anthea user. So previously we were Andromeda, but because the UID binary is set to use the ID command without an absolute file path, we provided our own file path, which comes first before the actual ID command. And the ID command was a symbolic link to the bash binary, which gives us the our shell as the Anthea user. So all we need to do now is read the Anthea pass.txt file. And this is the password for the next level. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about... Okay, so what did we do here? We created a symbolic link. In this case, the malicious ID file is a symbolic link to the bash shell command. So, okay, let's talk about how we solved the level, and then we will finish off the level. So in the Andromeda level, which is level number 5, so there is an SUID binary in the home directory, which makes the a reference to the ID command. So the ID command in this case was not compiled with an absolute file path, which means we could do path hijacking. And that's what we did. We created a malicious ID command and put it in a directory, which we then added to the path. And then we ran the file, and it ran the symbolic link, which was the bash binary, which gave us a shell as the Anthea user, which we used to read the file for the user. All right, everybody. That was a guided walkthrough for the Andromeda level from the Hades CTF game over at HackMyVM.eu. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.